You make me feel so good, yeah. Oh, yeah. You make me feel so good, yeah.
Hello, YouTube family. Welcome back to Free's Fragrance Finds. I am the lady of the house, Lady Free, your gourmand guru. And on this channel, baby, we love all things fragrance. Where I love gourmands, yes I do, but that doesn't mean that you have to stick around. I promise you'll find something you like. Guys, in today's video we are starting a series where we are featuring a different note in each video. So in today's video we are featuring the note of brown sugar. So if you're looking for some good brown sugar recommendations, some good fragrances that feature the note of brown sugar, you definitely don't want to miss out, guys. But before we get into today's video, I would love for you to take a quick moment to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you won't miss any of my uploads. Don't you dare miss out. Hey girl, hey boy, hey y'all, hey, what's up? It's your girl Lady Free, your gourmand guru in the house. And as you saw by the thumbnail and by the introduction, we are starting a new series featuring a different note in each series. And in today's video we are featuring the note of brown sugar. So actually, let's just go ahead and jump right in. So we could not do a brown sugar video, baby, and not feature one of the most popular, one of the most notable scents for its brown sugar, as well as its vanilla. But this video is about brown sugar, and that's KAYALI Vanilla 28. Go ahead and roll the product shot. Guys, this is a sweet, ambery, vanilla, warm, spicy a little bit, and maybe a smidge type of vanilla that it's just not your simple, in my opinion, just not your simple run-of-the-mill average linear type of vanilla. You have some base notes in here that, in my opinion, pack a punch, and that gives it a little bit more character, and that gives it a little bit more depth than just being your simple run-of-the-mill vanilla. Although this fragrance is perfect for layering, this is one of the most popular fragrances that people tend to layer with. However, although I have not worn it on its own as of yet and have had it over a year, I do plan to wear it on its own. And just letting y'all know that let's get into the notes, because it's not just as simple, especially after it's sat for a while. It's not just as simple as a lot of people try to make it seem. Let's go ahead and get into the notes. So you got the vanilla orchid, that jasmine, the brown sugar, tonka bean, amber wood, musk, and patchouli. Guys, in my opinion, that tonka bean does make it a little bit spicy, and that amber wood, that musk, and that patchouli makes it a little bit earthy, and the amber wood makes it a little bit woody. So it's not just your straight up and down vanilla, in my opinion. I mean, you definitely get vanilla, or you definitely get brown sugar and vanilla. It's not your straight up and down vanilla or brown sugar scent. To me, that tonka bean, that amber wood, and that musk definitely packs a punch. Not a punch where it's just in your face, but it adds some depth, adds some character to the fragrance. So I don't think it's just a straight up and down vanilla or brown sugar scent. Those notes to me really add some character to this vanilla, and it doesn't smell like all my other vanillas in my fragrance collection. Although we're talking about brown sugar, you definitely get the brown sugar note in here, and the brown sugar note definitely sweetens it up, and I definitely smell it, but it's the vanilla and the brown sugar. So this is a perfect layering vanilla. So as far as wearability, any time of day, any time of night, whenever you want to reach for it, whenever you want to add some vanilla or some brown sugar, some sweetness to your fragrances, you can wear it, you can reach for it whenever, however you want. I do feel like this is more of a feminine fragrance because it is so sweet. However, a guy can also pull this off if he wants to add some sweetness to his masculine fragrances. So as far as light or dense, this is to me not a just airy, light, you know, run-of-the-mill, average, just linear type of vanilla. I feel like those base notes does gives it some depth, does give it a little bit of denseness, as well as depth, as well as character. So that amber wood and that musk and that patchouli, as well as the tonka bean in the mid, does give it a little bit more character. So it's just not your regular basic vanilla or basic brown sugar type scents. So in my opinion, that does gives it some character, adds some depth, and it also adds a little bit of denseness to the fragrance. It's not airy, it's not the most dense fragrance. However, it'll be right in the middle. It's not airy and it's not dense. It's just right in the middle for me as far as that category is concerned. The performance, I'm going to say take with a grain of salt coming from me, because again, I have only worn this fragrance layering. I have not worn this fragrance on its own. Smelling it today, it's making me want to wear it on its own, because those base notes again are packing a punch. So I'm going to give it low to moderate performance and low to moderate projection as of now, because the fragrances that I have layered it with have overpowered that fragrance. However, I do still and have still smelled the Vanilla 28. However, not so much that I can say or pinpoint it and say this is exactly the Vanilla 28 or this is the Vanilla 28 that I've smelled the entirety of the fragrance or the entirety of the time that I've worn the layered fragrances. So I can't pinpoint exactly how long it's lasted or how far it's projected, because again, I have layered it with other scents. So I'm gonna just right now put it at low to moderate and check back with me, okay, and I'll update you. Value, is this a good value? Yes. KAYALI fragrances are not terribly expensive. This is your 50 ml. I think it runs right at 100 or a little bit upwards of $100, so it's not terribly expensive. To blind buy or not to blind buy, because of that reason, because it's not terribly expensive, because I don't see anything in here that I don't see any notes in here that would just be off-putting to someone. And if you like a vanilla or brown sugar type of fragrance, I don't see anybody not liking Vanilla 28 enough to say it's not a safe blind buy. So I'm going to say this is a safe blind buy. As far as this smells like that or that smells like this, I'm going to skip it, this particular series, just because all the fragrances that I am speaking of are going to feature the similar note structures. So rating, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I mean, it's really like nothing not to like about this fragrance. Like, I like it. I actually love it. And I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 because the wearability is so high. Like, I don't see, like, I'm gonna go ahead and pull mine out of the box so you can see how dark if I can get it. I've never really taken always doing it. Never really have even taken it out of the box. I just spray it. Look how dark my juice has gotten. And so you see the dent. You see the dent. So it definitely gets worn. Just not by itself, but it gets worn. So I give this a 9 out of 10. Easy reach fragrance, wear it any time of the day. Although it has a reputation for being the run-of-the-mill average vanilla or brown sugar type scent, to me, in my opinion, it's not. Those base notes does give it some character, gives it some depth to it. So it's just not your average vanilla or your average run-of-the-mill basic vanilla or brown sugar type scent. No way. Not for me. Just not for me, okay? So you can pull this fragrance off any time of the day, any time of the year. Add some vanilla, add some brown sugar to your life, to your fragrances. A guy can even do that with his more masculine type fragrances if he wants to add some sweetness to it. This is just all the things of the things. Is everything that everyone says that it is. So that is your KAYALI Vanilla 28. Next fragrance I'm going to speak about is going to be your Ray Spirits by NAVITUS Parfums. Go ahead and roll the product shot. Baby, this is your tobacco, your sweet tobacco, boozy type of fragrance. This is actually one of my favorites from the NAVITUS line. I do want to get my hands on a lot more from the NAVITUS line, but baby, I'm gonna go ahead and read you off the notes real quick, so I can get into how I really feel about this perfume, about this fragrance. So you have caramel, pimento leaf, rum, caramel again, brown sugar, sugar cane, tobacco, bourbon, vanilla, cashmere wood. So that pimento leaf does give it a little bit of earthiness to it, or aromatic type. I mean, not earthiness, but that pimento leaf definitely gives it a little bit of spiciness to the fragrance. and you have the caramel, and again the caramel, and then your brown sugar. So it's very, you definitely get the caramel, but the brown sugar to me really stands up in the fragrance. In the fragrance, along with that rum and that tobacco. It's like the tobacco is in the background, but you definitely get it. The tobacco adds a bite to the fragrance, along with that pimento leaf. I mean, it just adds something special and something very spectacular to the fragrance. It's not your average tobacco, strong smelling tobacco, right out of your pipe smelling. No, this is a wet, sweet type of tobacco, a sweet type of boozy type of tobacco. If I had to characterize it or put it into visual terms, can't think of the word that I'm trying to think of, but you know if I had a very the sweetest cigar ever. I don't smoke cigars, I don't smoke anything, so I don't know how cigars come. So say if you had the sweetest brown sugar type of cigar, just the sweetest brown sugar cigar, right? And you finished a cup of rum, and you know how sometimes people will put their cigar out and they'll maybe like extinguish it in the rum. They'll put it out in the rum, and like the remnants of the rum left in the cup, right? And so once they did that, they took it out and laid it in the ashtray and just let it sit. You have this, but in the sweetest, most elegant, most seductive, sultry type of grown and sexy type of way. That tobacco and that pimento leaf just add something very superior. Like, I can't even put it into words. It adds something so different and something so spectacular to this fragrance. You definitely have to get your nose on it, along with and that brown sugar. The way the brown sugar comes through in this fragrance, I mean, the way everything just comes together beautifully. I can go on and on and on and on about this raised spirits. So wearability, I do feel like for me, I want to wear this whenever and however, but that's because I'm biased. That's because I actually love it just that much. So I'm going to say that you can wear it. It is a cold weather scent, or it is a good date night scent, maybe during the spring or the summertime night. As far as day or night during the colder weather, I'm going to still put this at nighttime. Like, this just gives me sexiness. It's very alluring. It's very, you just want to keep smelling. It's very intoxicating. Like, you really literally just want to. It smells so good, y'all. I mean, it's that good. For me, I'm gonna wear it anytime, but I'm gonna give it to y'all as a colder weather scent. I do feel like you can get away with it during the springtime, during the summertime. It is very sweet. I don't feel like it'll be, not summertime, springtime maybe. It may get a little cloying in the summertime, but for me, probably not. Date night type of scent, yeah, y'all. And this may lean a little masculine to some, so I'm going to give it straight up and down unisex, leaning a smidge masculine. Smidge, ain't just a smidge now. So value, I feel like this is a good value. How much did this bottle come in at? I can't remember the price of this particular one. I think it was maybe $170. But this is a 3.4 fluid ounce, great value. For $170 in today's price for a 3.4 fluid ounce, excellent value, especially for the juice that you're getting. Okay, excellent value. And segueing from that to blind buy or not to blind buy, it's not a safe blind buy. It's not. I mean, I can see where that pimento leaf may be, you know, people may not be, their noses may not be matured enough to appreciate that tobacco and that pimento leaf. However, if you love a brown sugar note, go get your nose on this, because the brown sugar definitely stands up. Rating 10 out of 10. It's nothing not to like. For me, it's nothing not to like about it. I love everything about this fragrance. Everything about this fragrance. 10 out of 10. So review, I love everything about this fragrance. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend, at least to go get your nose on it. Again, we're skipping this smells like that or that smells like this, because all these I'm featuring a specific note, so they're gonna all have that in common. For me, I'm going to wear it whenever I want to wear it, because I love it that much. If I want to smell it, if I want to wear it, I don't care if it's scorching hot outside. That's what I'm going to do. But for you guys, I'm going to just classify it as a colder weather scent, a date night scent. This is straight up and down. This is a unisex scent. However, it may lean a little smidge masculine to some. The brown sugar just does this thing in this fragrance, along with that pimento leaf and along with that tobacco. So definitely get your nose on Raised Spirits by NAVITUS. So the next fragrance I have never talked about on my channel. However, it is one that I do love and but definitely do not reach for it enough. This is CANTO's PSICHE. And this is from the same nose. This is the same nose that created your Tiziano Terenzi. This is actually created by Paolo Terenzi. This fragrance has been out a while, since 2020. But this fragrance. Go ahead and run the product shot, and we'll be talking. This fragrance features a brown sugar note, the very first note. So upon initial spray, you definitely get that brown sugar. The brown sugar really just adds a sweetness to this fragrance. It's not. I don't think it'll be classified as the main note, or the doesn't really stand up in this fragrance. I don't think this will be classified as a brown sugar fragrance. However, because it is, the brown sugar is the very first note in this fragrance that is listed, and it does add sweetness throughout the entire wear of the fragrance. The brown sugar adds that sweetness to it throughout the entire wear of the fragrance. I definitely wanted to add it in this video that features the note of brown sugar. So the notes in PSICHE by CANTO are brown sugar, red berries, vanilla, lotus, magnolia, tonka bean, lily, citruses, oak moss, vetiver, lavender, cedar, and benzoin. You definitely get that brown sugar upon first blast, upon initial spray. You definitely get that brown sugar and those berries and that vanilla. That is what you smell soon as you spray it. As it starts to dry down, it starts to mature, it starts to change, it takes you on a journey. It starts to transform. You definitely start to get those citruses. There are indiscriminate citruses. I can't say if it's lemon or if it's bergamot or if it's orange. They're very indiscriminate citruses, but you definitely get a citrus nuance as it starts to take its journey, as it starts to transform. And that oak moss, it's a little bit aromatic, a little bit earthy, not aromatic, but a little bit earthy from that oak moss. And then you definitely start to get that magnolia, the maybe creaminess of the velvetyness of, you know how the magnolia petals are very silky, very soft and elegant and velvety, if that's a word, just smooth. You definitely start to get that vibe, and that smell of that magnolia actually starts to come through in the mid. And then as it dries down, you get a little bit of pine nuance from that cedar, a little bit of pine sap or resin from that cedar wood. And you definitely get that magnolia. The magnolia also has a lemony, waxy type of smell to it. So I'm thinking the magnolia along with those citruses, you definitely start to get that in the mid. And you get the lavender. I'm starting to get that lavender. This has been sprayed on my hand for a minute, so I'm starting to get that lavender. A little bit of, it's not like an overpowering lavender, so don't be turned off by that. It's like a calming, aromatic nature nuance from that lavender. You definitely get the lavender, not definitely get it, but you get a lavender nuance as it starts to dry down. This has been on my skin for about maybe an hour, so I'm definitely starting to get those base notes. So wearability this time of the year, I feel like you can get away with this fragrance in the colder weather months as well as the hotter weather months. I feel like it will stand up during the colder weather months. You'll be able to smell it. Although the ideal time for me probably would, because of those citruses and the kind of aromatic touch that it gives, I do feel like it would be best suited for your hotter weather months. However, because of that cedar, maybe your tonka bean and that vetiver, the earthiness from that vetiver and that oak moss, I do feel like you can get away with this as well in the colder weather months. I definitely feel like we're going to segue into performance. It definitely will stand up in the cold weather. So performance, this, you're going to smell psych. Yeah, you're going to smell it. Like, you're definitely going to smell it. Like, of everything I've sprayed on my body and sprayed on myself, this is what I smelled the most. And when I've worn this fragrance, when I can remember, I can't spray too many sprays of it, because it's not like a beast mode type of fragrance, but you don't need to spray a lot of sprays to be smelt or for you to smell yourself. Very, very, very presently. So the sillage on this fragrance is almost beast mode. It's very good. It's very good sillage. Not quite beast mode, but almost. The longevity, all day. All day, at least 8 hours, at least 8 hours. So that's the performance. Value, is it worth its price point at full price point? This is a terribly expensive fragrance at full price, at retail price. Do not go out and spend full price on this fragrance. I'm trying to see what size bottle this is. It doesn't say, and I can't see it clearly or readily. This is a pretty big bottle, but still, it's for full price. No, it's not worth its price point. It's not worth its price point, and for that reason, I would say do not blind buy this fragrance. Do not blind buy this fragrance. This is a very unique fragrance, a very mysterious type of fragrance. Do not blind buy it. I don't have anything in my collection that smells like this. I have never smelled anything that smells like this. Very unique fragrance, so do not blind buy it. Rating, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I do really like this fragrance. I don't have anything that smells like this fragrance. It is so unique. It is just, but because I don't reach for it and I haven't really found many occasions to wear this fragrance, I'm going to take away those 2.8 out of 10. So very unique fragrance. Do not blind buy it. Not worth its full price point. If you can get it on a sale on the gray market, please consider doing that. Definitely worth getting your nose on, especially when if you're looking for a different type of brown sugar fragrance that is not a gourmand, but the brown sugar definitely adds a sweetness throughout the lifetime of this fragrance. However, you definitely smell it very presently upon initial spray. This is a scent that you can wear during the hotter weather months as well as the colder weather months. It's definitely going to stand its ground. It's definitely going to stand up in the colder weather months because the sillage and the performance are actually great on this fragrance. This is, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but this is a unisex scent leaning masculine. Unisex scent leaning masculine. However, again, that sweetness, a woman can definitely pull it off. So I give this fragrance an 8 out of 10. I do take away 2 points because I haven't found really, it's not an easy reach fragrance, and I've had trouble finding the occasion to wear this fragrance. However, it is definitely worth smelling. It's so unique. It's so refined. I don't have anything that smells like this in my collection. So this is, for me, a one-of-a-kind fragrance that I feel like you should definitely get your nose on if you're looking for a brown sugar fragrance that is not gourmand leaning. So get your nose on CANTO's Psych. The next one I'm going to mention is Bum Bum Pop by the House of Oud. Go ahead and roll the product shot. This is your sweet, woody, coconut, fruity type of fragrance. I was a little bit disappointed when I first smelled this fragrance, when I first received this fragrance, because I just thought it was going to be something different than what it was. What that thing or what that idea was that I thought it was going to be, who knows? I don't know, but I definitely didn't expect this. However, I do like it. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the notes. White peach, coconut, bergamot. You definitely get that white peach and that coconut and that bergamot on your initial spray. It is definitely fruity. It's definitely coconut. And you do get a little bit a citrus nuance. I can't say it's bergamot or what it is. You do get a citrus, a small citrus nuance in this fragrance. I do get that patchouli. I do get the earthiness from that patchouli. It's not a dirty patchouli or anything like that. And you definitely get it says precious woods. You definitely get, it is a little bit of woody. You definitely get some woodiness from those precious woods, whatever they are. And then you have the brown sugar and the amber. I feel like the brown sugar just sweetens up the fragrance. It doesn't stand up. You can't pick it out and say, hey, this is brown sugar. It does sweeten up the fragrance. I just went ahead and threw it in here because it does feature a note of brown sugar. So wearability, I would say, I don't feel like this fragrance will really hold up well. It might. So I would say any time of year. This fragrance can be worn any time of year. It's woody enough to be worn during the colder weather months. So the colder weather, that woodiness lends to the wearability of it for a colder weather months. But also that peach and that bergamot allows you to also be able to wear it during the hotter weather months. It's not, cloying is not super sweet at all. It's actually a little bit earthy. It's a little bit woody, somewhat sweet. So you can definitely get away with wearing this fragrance year round, in my opinion. For some, this may be an easy reach fragrance. It's not like, yeah, it's an easy reach fragrance. You don't really have to think much about it. Not really anything that really will turn you off. Other than that patchouli, if you're very sensitive to patchouli. So you do smell the patchouli, in my opinion, but it's not like super present, okay? So I feel like this is a feminine scent. Yeah, it's some would say it's straight up and down unisex, but for me, this is a feminine scent. A man could definitely get away with it, get away with wearing it. This is a bit airy to me, although it does have those more heavier, deeper types of notes like the patchouli and those woody notes in it. However, this isn't a really thick, dense, syrupy, sweet, or thick or dense type of perfume to me. It's still airy. It's still a little bit, you know, you're able to wear it whenever you want to wear it, and it's going to be really good for whatever type of weather you want to wear it. And it's because it's not so dense. Also, it's not so light. It's like really straight down the middle. So again, easy reach fragrance whenever you want to wear it. Not really light, not really dense, right down the middle. It just is what it is. Okay. The performance on this fragrance, this is a moderate wearing fragrance to me, both ways around, as far as projection and as far as longevity. I'm getting about 6 to 8 hours on this. It doesn't project like extremely well, but you'll smell yourself and others will smell you too if they come closer to you. So moderate wearing fragrance. Value, this is a 2.5 fluid ounce, and they have been running a lot of sales on the House of Oud on the gray market. So is it worth its price point? I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but I say yes, it will be worth its price points if you like these types of fragrances, and if you just want to get your nose on it. Would I say blind buy it? To blind buy or not to blind buy? No, do not blind buy this fragrance, and do not spend a full price point. Do not spend retail price on this fragrance. Is it worth it for a retail price? No. Is it worth it deeply discounted? Yes. Is it safe to blind buy? No. So rating, I'll give this a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. It just was not what it just was not what I was expecting. I don't dislike it. I do like it. It's not a strong love for me, but it's an easy reach fragrance. I have worn it. I do wear it, and for what it is, I do like it. So review, I give this a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. It is an easy reach fragrance. It just wasn't what I was expecting. The brown sugar note isn't very prominent in here. It just adds some sweetness to the scent. Again, this is easy reach. You can wear this whenever time of day, whatever time of year you want to wear it, because the woodiness in it will make it appropriate for colder weather colder weather months. The top notes do make it appropriate for your hotter weather months. So feminine fragrance here, in my opinion. Bum Bum Pop by House of Oud. The next fragrance we have here, I've spoken a lot about, so we're not going to do the whole spiel. Okay, check out my fragrance review of this fragrance that I've spoken about. actually in my last video. I will post it here. Sugar Kisses by Lorenzo Pazzaglia. Let's go ahead and roll the product shot. This is your dusty chocolate cacao, bitter chocolate cacao type of fragrance. However, the brown sugar in here does make adds sweetness to that dusty bitter type of cacao. It is an airiness to this fragrance. However, it isn't a chocolate fragrance. I do feel like this fragrance falls in the line of the especially when it dries down, it falls in line with the vanilla caramel type of fragrance craze or fragrance notes DNA craze that has been going around. This is to me a caramel vanilla type of scent with an added chocolate note. It isn't a chocolate scent to me. Again, the brown sugar in this fragrance just adds to a little adds to the sweetness of this fragrance. It isn't a prominent note in my opinion in this fragrance. It is a little bit milky, a little bit lactonic from that I think it's an almond milk, some type of milk that's in this note. I mean, that's in this fragrance. It's definitely lactonic from that. Again, I'm not going to go into the whole spill. I do really like this fragrance. Check out my full thoughts and review in the Eye in the Sky in the video. Check the video out in the Eye in the Sky. And you have a small black owned company that I have actually been really falling in love with as of late. You have Glazed by Renewed Scents. Now I will say this is their Christmas packaging, and I will say that the packaging was a little janky, you know what I mean. All the lettering, majority of the lettering has fell off. All that's left, it says Glazed. It had Renewed Scents. It had, you know, whatever. It had the notes on the bottle in gold lettering. It had a frame. It was framing the little part here that is not fluid. It was framed. All of that just fell off. But baby, the juice. If you want a brown sugar scent, straight up, go get this. Go get it. As matter of fact, freeze fragrance fine off the day, baby. We're gonna have to give it to this inexpensive one here, because the way that this smells so good is unrealistic. It's unbelievable. I wore this to my godson's birthday party, and I let people smell my wrist, or I actually had it in my purse, and I sprayed it on myself and let people smell me, and they was like, that smells like brown sugar. It is brown sugar. It is. Let me go ahead and tell you the notes. The notes are brown sugar, coconut milk, vanilla cream, and tonka bean. It is so creamy. It is so smooth and creamy and lactonic and brown sugary. It smells like brown. I mean, it puts me in the mouth of a drippy, melty brown sugar ice cream. Yeah, that. And let me tell y'all something. These two together, get your life. I'm gonna give y'all a fragrance combo at the end, but these two together, get your entire life. Get your life in its entirety, baby. Because the way the brown sugar smells in this and the way the brown sugar smells in that, baby, nobody gonna be smelling like you smelling in the best of ways, okay? Easy reach fragrance, wearability any time of day, any time of night. You can layer this fragrance with anything and you're gonna be smelling like just brown, drippy brown sugar ice cream. The best. This is a feminine scent. However, again, if a man wants to sweeten up some of his fragrances and add this to it, go ahead and do that. You can wear it during the day or the night, summertime, wintertime, whenever you want to wear this fragrance. Get your life. The performance on this fragrance, I have worn it on its own. Even when layering it with other things, you smell this. It holds up. Baby, honey, it says I'm here. It lets you know that she is present. Baby, she's fighting a good fight. She's letting you know that she's here, that I'm not, honey, you ain't just gonna get over on me. This is not a very dense fragrance, but it does have depth to it. It's not like dense, like it's thick, it's syrupy, it's ooey gooey. It is a little bit airy, but it definitely has some depth and character to it. honey, and we're talking about performance, it's going to let you know that she's here. This fragrance is going to last you at least 8 hours, okay? Believe it or not, this fragrance lasts, I have worn it on its own, and I smell this fragrance a full 8 hours. Not a beast mode of a performer, but it lasts long, and you're going to smell it. So it has moderate, I say moderate to high sillage projection, and it is a moderate to long-lasting wear. 10 out of 10. There's nothing not to like about this fragrance. Is it a safe blind buy? Yes, I only think I paid $55 for this fragrance. So is it worth this value? Yes, I think this is again, it was listed on here. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. This is $45. $45. And you, baby, the way this juice is, this is a 50 ml. It's definitely worth that $45 price point. It's definitely worth a blind buy. It's worth all of the things. 10 out of 10 will highly recommend. There's nothing not to like about this fragrance. Reviewing again, value, it's worth its price point. 10 out of 10 for 45. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. $45 for 1.7 ml, safe blind buy. Worth its price point, very good value. Sillage and the projection are very good, surprisingly, on this fragrance. Wear easy reach, easy layering type of a scent, but you can also wear it on its own. All the things of the things. I said I was going to give y'all a quick combo. So quickly, for a base to wash with, you can go ahead and go in with your Sugar Cookie by Native, and then when you get out, you want to if you want to scrub, I would suggest your Ancient Cosmetics birthday cake or some similar type of creamy vanilla type of scrub, whatever, some type of sugar scrub or whatever type of scrub. And then I went in with the Sweet Cream Whipped Shea Butter by your Tree Hut. This is creamy vanilla sweet. It has a little bit of coconut extracts in it as well, but you don't pick up that too much. Also something that you could layer with this is your brown sugar, also by your Ancient Cosmetics, your brown sugar your brown sugar body oil works perfectly with that. Something else that works perfectly with this is this Verance Sweet Vanille Caramel. Very light and airy wearing type of fragrance, just like, you know, really if you want to go to sleep, or if you just want to something to layer it with, I would suggest this. Your Sugar Cookie Body Wash, your birthday cake, your Sweet Cream by Tree Hut. Then I went in with your NAVITUS Raised Spirits. I went in with your Glazed by Renewed Scents. I also went IOD. If y'all ain't ready for y'all ain't ready for this jelly, don't be asking for no combos, okay? I OD. When I combo stuff, I OD. So again, fragrance wise, Raised Spirits, Glazed by Renewed Scents. And then I went in with Milk, which is over there, Milk Expressive by Commodity. And then I went in and topped it off with my Sweet Whiskey Bath and Body Works. And baby, get your entire life. So that's a freebie. Take it how you get it, how you live, baby. Thank y'all so much for making it to the end of this video. I love y'all so much. Oh my god, the few people that I have here consistently watching, that are following me, thank y'all so much. We're trying to grow this channel, so please make sure on your way in to like this video, okay, and on your way out to subscribe. So either on your way in, subscribe, or on your way out, like, either whichever direction you want to do it. But please make sure you like this video. Please make sure you subscribe, and let me know what other fragrances you have that have a feature a note of brown sugar. Let me know that in the comment section down below. I'll see y'all in my next video. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Thank you for rocking with me thus far. I love y'all so much. Peace.